Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is Dr. Bryan Jones, LPC, here on the Therapeutic Conversation Show. I am your host and guide, not God, but guide for this particular show. This morning, we're going to talk about mental health first aid. And I just want to say that this program is an 8-hour training, but it's very interactive and it's very helpful. So on today's show, you're going to hear all kinds of different videos, testimonials. Everybody know what a testimony is because you're in the church. Well, some of us are in the church. Most of us that watch the show are in the church, and we know what testimony time is. But anyway, we're going to talk about mental health first aid. So you're going to see 4 or 5 videos, just little segments of me interviewing people last year, talking about mental health. Mental health first aid is a program that is designed to teach members of the public how to help a person developing a mental health problem. Certain things as substance abuse or anything like that is considered definitely a mental health problem, but you kind of learn from that. So it teaches us, people in the public, on how to deal with mental health. Also, people that are experiencing a worsening of any existing mental health problem or a mental health crisis. And there's so many different things that are going on that this mental health training provides. Also, just like traditional mental health first aid. Mental health first aid does not teach you to treat or to diagnose a mental illness or substance abuse, but it gives you the tools that you need to be effective in getting the help that that person needs. So it strives to offer any initial support that people need until professional help can arrive, or even if a crisis happens and professional help is not available. Mental health first aid is a tool. It's a vital tool that we need to know, just as regular first aid. So one thing is that we got to really learn how to be proactive in anything that we do. A lot of times we're not prepared to do certain things. We're not prepared when crisis happens, but you can definitely handle situations better when you are prepared. So this mental health first aid training USA is a training that helps you to be prepared, and it helps you to be able to work through some of those things. First thing that they do in chapter 1, it deals with what is mental health. How does mental health look? How does it feel? How does it show up? Secondly, it deals with any kind of substance abuse. Different types of substance abuse. It gives you, interactive activities. What does it look like? What does schizophrenia look like? What does depression look like? You even do an activity doing mental health first aid that deals with how depression looks. How does it feel? How does it happen? All of those good things about mental health that we need to know, because this thing could save a life. So definitely enjoy these videos as they are, coming on, these testimonials of people. Actually, I taped this last year during a mental health first aid USA training. So enjoy it while you watch it, and I'll be back to close out. Enjoy. Talk about mental health first aid. Yes. All right. So I am Dr. Bryan Jones, and I am here with, who are you? You got to tell the people who you are.
Roosevelt Smith.
Yes. And so he's in the process right now of taking mental health first aid. So I want to encourage everyone out there, take mental health first aid. Why would people want to take mental health first aid?
I think they need to take mental health first aid because I'm learning much more than what I thought I knew,
Yes.
and being able to assess incidents that we may face, whether we're in church, grocery store, in our neighborhood, civic organization, because mental health is one of those underserved areas that we really don't have the resources for, but to have this kind of free training.
There you go. Please tell them. Free.
Costs you nothing but your time.
Yes.
To be able to help our community.
Yes.
Because it's much needed.
Yes.
Because we're dealing with people in our everyday lives, whether again, church, on the job, just everywhere.
Yes.
And to be able to recognize the symptoms in
Yes.
this course, this class gives you so much in-depth
Yeah.
information on how to assess.
And so can you tell the people just one takeaway or maybe two takeaways that you have? We're getting ready to end for today, but what's the takeaway that you had, even though you've been in certain fields, what's the takeaway from this class today?
For me today is to be much more aware
Oh, I
of
love
the
it.
people that I face, because it can be anybody.
Yes.
Anybody can have an episode. And people who are facing suicide,
Wow.
the signs and the symptoms,
Mhm.
eating disorder, mental disorder, all those things that people that look just like you and I,
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
look just like you and I.
Exactly.
And it can take just the little thing could trigger them, and if they have an episode in front of us, we'll know what to do.
Exactly.
It's just like that emergency calling 911.
There you go.
You'll be able to assess the need until the professionals
Yes.
get there, at least being able to point them in a direction.
So we're just
trying
encouraging
to help.
everyone, thank you, we're encouraging everyone to be mental health first aiders. And of course, you're not trained to diagnose, but you're definitely trained to know the signs
To know the signs and
and
symptoms.
knowledge is power, isn't it?
That's right.
And just knowing what to do. And you're gonna see more and more of that in the community. So thank you for your time. Is there anything, any final thoughts you wanna say? You've said a whole lot, and I know people are
I
gonna be taking it.
encourage, if you see this class anywhere
Yes.
online, sign up and take the class. I tell you, it's well worth it. You couldn't pay for this.
Yes,
And his organization is offering it free.
yes, yes.
Take advantage of the classes and the training that's being put out there available to our community.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
All
Dr.
right,
Jones.
all right, thank you.
Wonderful.
Reverend
Yes.
Smith. All right, thank you. Let's go. Hi, I'm Dr. Bryan Jones. I'm here representing Mental Health First Aid. And so we have who? Who are you? You gotta tell the people who you are.
I'm Rosanita Brown.
All right, we have Miss Brown here, and why do people need to take mental health first aid? Because we're just winding up the class now in about 30 minutes. What is mental health first aid to you? What have you learned?
I have
And
learned,
just tell the people that.
my takeaway, what I've learned in this class is that mental health impacts not only the individual, and the families, but the entire community. And oftentimes we see it, we just don't recognize it in that way. That prevents individuals who need help from getting help because people don't recognize it, they don't know what to do, and therefore the person just kind of lingers until something happens. And unfortunately, too often, something tragic may happen before they get the help that they need.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And so so that's one of your takeaways is to recognize those signs.
Yes.
And then what about the course itself? Sometimes courses are boring and people don't really want to be. What did you experience this last 7 hours you've been here?
And that's good. We were just talking about that. This has been a very good course. And the reason it was good is because it wasn't just a lecture, it was interactive. It was giving us the information and having a discussion, and everyone in the room had a different, had some type of experience and different opinions, and they, we were able to get into those discussions. And a very, very good experience was dealing with schizophrenia and how they hear the voices, and just having, the exercise where you have two people sitting and talking, and then you have this person behind the other talking in their ear, and they, and for some it was very impactful. It was very real. And so that was really good.
And so that's a mental health first aider.
It was a mental health first aider
moment, we call it
Yeah,
mental health
it
first
really
aider,
was. It really
first
was.
aider moment.
It was. It's just been very good.
And even the setup, and it's not all lecture, but it's interactive, and then you just meet different people and hear different people's perspective, but all with the knowledge of helping someone, of supporting someone, and as you said, of recognizing those signs. In these final moments, is there anything else you want to encourage them why they should take this course?
I encourage anyone, regardless of whether you have a family member, whether you're a professional, even if you're not, take the course, because you don't know if you are interacting with someone on a daily basis on your job, at church, in any setting, and you may think that something is not quite right with them. This could help you help a friend or a neighbor or someone in your community to get the help that they need.
Wonderful. Well said. Thank you, Mrs. Brown, for coming in and doing that.
Thank
it's a
you.
pleasure.
I hope
So
you
we
have
encourage
others.
everyone to just take this course, and you definitely a spokesperson for this course, and will tell
Absolutely.
others. Thank you for your time.
You're more than welcome.
All right. Thank you. Hi, I'm Dr. Bryan Jones. I'm here. We're promoting mental health first aid, and I'm here with who? You got to tell the people who you are.
I am Sharon Smith.
So Mrs. Smith is here. And why should people take mental health first aid?
It's just like CPR first aid. You just never know when you're in a situation and somebody needs your help.
Yeah, and so how has the classes been? You get ready to wind up. We're right here live on set. Set, but not set in the classroom. You spend here 6 hours, 7 hours. What's your takeaways? What have you learned?
My
Can you tell them
takeaway.
what you learned?
My takeaway would be that everybody out there is going through something, and it's good to have training and tools to help other people. Again, you just never know. You could be at a restaurant, you could be at the mall, and you just never know when you will have to use the tools and the knowledge that we've been given. I've learned some things about myself today, and then I've learned some things that I can help myself with, and some things that I can help other people with.
Wonderful. So we got to encourage everyone. And is it boring lectures and they just talk the whole time? I'm one of the instructors. Do we just talk the whole time, or what is it? What's the experience like?
It was very informative. A lot of class activities, a lot of class participation. So I thought, okay, 8 hours, okay, I'm going to be sleepy.
Like, what you gonna do, right?
Nowhere near sleepy. We were constantly going, constantly looking at videos, constantly reviewing materials. Lunch was good.
It was good.
It was good. Lunch was good. And just overall, I got to meet some new people.
Wonderful.
Exchange phone numbers with a couple of my classmates. So I feel like I gained a lot here. It was worth my Saturday. I would have been at home on the couch doing absolutely nothing. But hey, now I'm better going out than I was coming in.
Yes.
So I learned something.
And so we encourage everyone. So any final thoughts before we wrap up? I mean, is there any final thoughts? If it's not, it's fine. We just want to know.
Take the class.
Take the class.
Take the class.
There you go. We love it.
Take
Getting
the
knowledge, because
class.
knowledge is power.
It
So
is.
definitely, you never know when you're going to use it, as you
Absolutely.
said. So thank you for your time.
No problem. What's the next class?
All right. Well, we're going to be having this soon.
Okay.
It's coming up. And definitely check it out. Ready? All right, I'm Dr. Bryan Jones. I'm here with who? You got to tell the people.
Carlton Davis, how are you, my brother?
Yes, Mr. Davis
Good,
is
good.
here. So tell me about mental health first aid. You here, you just finished 6
Mental
hours.
health is awesome
Encourage the folk, why should they take mental health
because
first aid?
it can help across the board. Family, friends, everybody goes through mental meltdowns, quote unquote, and it's phenomenal information. It's very valuable information because it gives you input in the event that the knowledge is needed. But I encourage everyone to take it because we all have family, friends, anyone that may be going through mental challenges. Awesome information that will be able to use in an effective way, especially during a time of crisis. And I've just learned so much, and I appreciate all the information. And I look forward to the next class.
And wonderful. And then you brought up a good word, crisis. There are a lot of people that are in crisis and things like that. But this class helps to do what in that crisis?
It helps you be prepared for any situation. What was so phenomenal is the plan of action to take.
Oh,
You're
you're a mental health first aider.
Indeed so. As I said before, it's just phenomenal, and it's ongoing because we never know, and you want to be prepared. Knowledge is power, and it's something that you need And whenever whenever there is a crisis or there's a situation come up, you'll be prepared to handle and deal with it in an effective way.
Wonderful, wonderful. So what's the last takeaway? Because you wanted them to be prepared, and how are the classes? Is it all lecture? Is it just boring?
Oh no, it's
What
not
did you-
boring. The games are phenomenal. You get to role play. You get to do many types of situations where you might be in the community dealing with drugs, alcohol, mental breakdown, whatever. The information is there, and as I said before, it's phenomenal and it's powerful, and you never know. And the food is off the chain.
So you enjoyed the lunch too?
Oh my gracious, the
All
food
right.
is off the
We're
chain,
going to
brother.
keep all of that up when we do this.
Exactly. But anybody that's out there, please take the class. You do yourself it'll be a blessing for you and the community and the others that you come in contact with. So be prepared. Knowledge is power.
Yes, it is.
And it's here, so come and get it.
And thank you so much for your time and
I
for
want to
just
thank you,
taking
Doctor,
the
for
course.
inviting me for the next session.
We'll be encouraged, and thank you. Please, mental health first aid, take the course.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
It's one of the best things you can do for you
Yes, it
and
is.
for the community. And especially if you have family members that are dealing with situations of mental breakdown or mental crisis.
Yes, wonderful. Thank you.
You're very welcome.
All right, I'm Dr. Bryan Jones. I'm here with Mama. I call you Mama Hall. And but you're my mama too. Now. Everybody, my mama. When I first met you, she looked like my mama too. And I'm gonna show you. I showed you a picture of my mama before.
Yeah, and I
All
met
right,
her.
I told you look like her in the same family. So Mama Hall is here. Why mental health first aid, Mama?
Well, I like mental health and I've dealt with it in life. And I enjoyed this because so much of it I did not understand. But this class made me understand that you're never too old to receive some help for mental health. Because
Yes.
we all have something
Yes.
in us. And I used to get it confused with Alzheimer's or dementia, but a lot of it is mental health. And I think everybody should have been here today to find out, what it is about mental health that we need to know about, because a lot of older people are also committing suicide
Yeah.
that nobody knows about or why.
Yes, and so tell the people, just your experience. Is it boring here? You got all this lecture. You've been here for 6-7 hours. What have you learned? You sat for the whole time. and interacted for the whole time. Can you just tell the people out there what has been the experience?
The experience was that I gained a lot of knowledge because I have to be able to access a situation, and I have to be able to learn from what I'm accessing, and then I have to be grateful for what I have learned. So, and I'm very grateful to all the teachers and everybody that was here that's all around us, because I'm 81. However, it was just like I was in a high school class today because I really did learn, and I got a lot of notes. Please, if you get in time to get some help, or if you want to know more about mental health, contact Dr. Jones.
Yes.
Because he will be able to help you and steer you in the right way.
And you just have taken this class and talking about 81 years young and talking about you came up in here and it's like high school. So please, I encourage everyone, take mental health first aid. Mama said it.
Yes.
She took it, and if she can do it, but she can do a whole lot of stuff. She be singing to you here at Victory for the World Church. We won't discuss, but she be singing. But she's just a bundle, and I appreciate you.
It's worth
And we
it,
always
though.
just got to tell people that we love them and that we appreciate them. I appreciate you coming, and you stayed for the whole thing.
Because,
Not that you wasn't, but you stayed for the whole almost 8 hours here.
but really because of me. And like I said, I had some dealings with mental health.
Yes, gotcha.
So I wanted to commit suicide. I wanted to die because I didn't think nobody loved me.
Mm.
And I was too ugly, and I was a whole lot of things.
Wow.
But today I put it all together. I connected by doing counseling.
Yes.
But now I know the reason I did counseling, because there was somebody out there that prayed for me, and I've loved me enough to seek out help.
Oh,
and
my
that's
God.
what you have to do. Love yourself enough to seek help.
Oh, and so even during the class, it was interactive and some things you could take away even for yourself and understanding yourself. So knowledge is power. So that's what we're talking about. So thank you, Mama Hall,
Thank you.
for just all you do and just for being a part of this 8-hour training. You've been here 8 hours.
Yes, but But
All right.
I said I had to beg for the situation, for
Right.
the seat, but
I
I'm
got
here.
you. Okay, you had to beg nothing. You here, you're always welcome. So just encourage. So thank you for your time, and thank you for just being a part and for sharing on this video.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
You finished.
Welcome back to the Therapeutic Conversation Show. I'm your host, Dr. Bryan Jones, LPC. I hope you enjoyed all of the videos dealing with mental health first aid, USA. I hope you were enlightened by those things. We had different people from different ages talking about mental health first aid training. And if you need mental health first aid training, please don't be afraid to reach out. Check me out on my website, www.joshua-generation.net. That's www.joshua-generation.net. You can definitely check me out there as far as any kind of trainings that we have, and or you can just shoot me an email. This is a U.S. thing, so if you're not in the Atlanta area, we can offer it in other states. It is it's in all of the states as far as training, or you can go on their website and you can Google Mental Health First Aid USA, and you can find a location near you. The main thing is that you get the training that you need to be prepared if there is a mental health crisis. But thank you for your time today. Thank you all for all the supporters of the Therapeutic Conversation Show. Almost 2 years in running, right under 2 years in I've been doing this, and you all have been so supportive. So all of the prayer partners, all of the followers, all the people that just support mental health and that are on it, and and knowing that mental health is vital, and it's also vital to our spiritual development. So just enjoy. I hope you enjoyed today's show. And if you have any questions, you can also email me at Bryan, BRYAN, LPC @gmail.com. That's Bryan, BRYAN, LPC @gmail.com. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you next week. Thanks today for Courtney and the staff on 108 Praise Radio. As I said, I'm your host, Dr. Bryan Jones, LPC. Please like our Facebook page, Therapeutic Conversations Show, right on Facebook. And also like the Joshua Generation Caring Consultant Services. We're right there, and we're available for mental health services right there. And also give a donation to our nonprofit, the Foundation for Therapeutic and Spiritual Empowerment Services. You can check us out on www.spiritual-empowerment.org. That's www.spiritual-empowerment.org. And I'm on here every Saturday from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. here on 108 Praise Radio. So definitely download our app and definitely follow us and follow the good things that we're doing, because we are changing lives through people understanding mental health, the power of understanding your own mental health and what's going on around you, and the thoughts that you think about yourself and about the world. We got to be aware of those things. So your mental health is vital to your health, to your well-being, and to your overall life. The Bible says that Jesus came that we may have life and life more abundantly. And part of your spiritual development is definitely getting your mind together, your thoughts together, thinking on these things that are good, of lovely, of good report. Think on these things. That's what it says in the Bible. So definitely we want to focus on that. God wants us to live a prosperous, successful, and healthy life. And part of that is dealing with our minds. So anyway, enjoy yourself this week. Do something good for yourself. Self-care is so vital. And so definitely focus on self-care. But I'll see you again next week. Thank you again for your time.